right, so we have a few more messes to make inside before we're ready to start doing the clean stuff, like installing all the electrical and plumbing and systems. And most of that centers around the ceiling. We've been going back and forth for a very long time trying to decide exactly what we're going to do, how we're going to do it. And I think we've settled on the following. We're going to spray cork on the ceiling. There's already a balsa core in all of our cabin top, so it adds some insulation, but we had condensation issues in the past. This is where all of that like warm vapor from breathing condenses on the ceiling. So we're going to do a couple of coats of cork, just like we did on the hull, and then we are going to cover that with probably one of these two panels. We haven't quite decided on which thickness we need yet. This is the same carbon core that is going in our solar panels. We've reached out to the company that makes it, and they also make a lot of other sandwich panels out of the same recycled carbon fiber. So these are insanely light, and they're also pretty stiff. This one's a sandwich panel, which is like two of these sheets with some foam in it, and this is just recycled carbon. This one's quite flexible, which will be nice to bend it up onto the ceiling. Might be too flexible. When we try to rip it off, we might kink it. So we ordered some larger samples so we can make a decision. But what we need to do is go around and install these little plastic panel clips all over the ceiling. We did 2 little tests yesterday to see how much, leverage and force they could take before they come off. These clips we're going to be epoxying on the ceiling, and then so we're going to do that with like the female side, and then the male side we're going to be gluing onto the back of these panels so that we can just snap them up into place, and if we ever need to take them down, we can. For access, for some reason, we're probably going to have some solar wires running up there, maybe some lighting. But these are pretty sweet. They're very low profile. It's only 1 centimeter. So we're going to need to figure out, maybe with the string, how to like level and make a grid of these, so we'll be able to snap these panels on it later. And then we're going to spray everything with cork. A lot of boats use headliners, and a lot of them use Velcro, and then sort of wrap a piece of wood with some sort of vinyl material. Most production boats do that. And they usually fall down because that Velcro either sags or they use staples to hold it up and they get rusty. Other boats basically build in a ceiling grid and it's pretty permanent. Old school boats had like a rib system, and then they put paneling up there and then screw it down, but then you can see it. So this way we get the clean look of a modern paneled ceiling, but it's more durable, and hopefully it's not going to fall down and sag when it gets warm the first time. So we're going to have to kind of find the right sweet spot of like the spacing of these snaps so that we don't have too many of them, and also it allows the panels to curve nicely and be symmetrical. So we need to install those first and then tape them off, and then we can spray the cork. They don't really require a lot of force to like disconnect them. It's kind of like just the right amount to like pop a panel off, but so I think that's going to be fine. I don't think those are going to go anywhere. I broke it. I think they're going to be plenty strong enough with just gluing some epoxy, and then we can fine tune the level of each of these clips as we go along the ceiling. We'll use a string to make sure that they're level, so that when we clip the panels up, they don't have weird little like warps to them. We thought about sanding and fairing and smoothing this out, but that's just way too much work, and we still want to insulate it, so we're not going to do that. Oh, too many drips. Take it out.
Since I was 2 over, I was also 2 over.
Exactly 2 over.
Exactly 2 over.
Almost exactly. We're doing this in a one shot.
Oh God. That's thanks for the extra work.
And that's like transition.
To what? Transition sideways. I have to.
Your sleeve. Oh.
More mixing. All right, we're gonna have it pretty thick. This looks like shea butter.
Does it taste
That
like
was
shea
my-
butter?
So, should I like dab and then you squish?
No, I think you should
Or
squish and dab.
I should squish and dab on the ceiling and squish, or dab
No,
on the
dab
thing
on
and
the thing and
squish?
squish. Cool.
Cool. One row down, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more row to go for this section, and then we're gonna do as well the corridor here, and then in the V-berth, and then above the galley.
We have put some version of between 50 and 100 of these little caps on the ceiling now. And we made the decision that it was easier to epoxy them on now and then mask all of them off and then spray the cork than it would have been to spray the cork and then grind the cork off and epoxy the caps on. So we are ready to spray cork on the ceiling, which means we now have to mask off all of these little snaps. We have to mask off all of the port lights and hatches. And then we have to mask off everything from the cabin top down. And then we're gonna do a few rounds of spraying cork insulation. Yeah, got a lot of masking to do today.
That was the last one. Just covered all the snaps. Now we have the rest of the boat to mask entirely. Let's tape her up. Well, this is it, guys. The entire boat is masked off, and we are ready to put some cork on that ceiling. I think this is the last big mess that we're gonna be doing inside. After that, it's gonna be clean work. So I'm excited. Are you ready?
I think we've done a much better job masking this time. And I think we've done a better job prepping this time. Including getting a real corded drill instead of burning up the batteries on my cordless drill. So we're going to be able to mix better, we're going to be able to spray better. We've got the system down, we know how to use the gun, how to mix the cork. Hopefully this goes a lot easier than it did last time. Yeah, I think we're ready. Also, we're putting white cork on the ceiling. It's pigment. It has a white pigment in it because we're like not 100% sure we're going to be covering all of it. We're definitely going to be putting panels on this big wide open sections, but like this side section, we haven't quite figured out what we want to do there yet. So we might not be covering all of it. So if there's a little bit that shows through or like parts of it, it'll be good that it's already white so we don't have to paint it. So yeah, you ready to like suit up and get mixing?
Yeah.
Let's do it. the cordless drill. This is on like 10% power.
Cool.
Yeah. Let's clean up and get out of here. Oh, you wanna see the best part? Wait, where is it? Look at that.
It's like you have a new mask. Nice.
That's 10 cents we've ever spent.
Whew, cool. First layer down. Oh, even with air conditioning, it's hot in here in these suits. Looks good. I think we kind of got the hang of applying it after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is like our 6th time doing it. The white's kind of cool. It's going to be hard to put a second coat on, I think, because it's going to be hard to see. We might do like little of spray paint or something so we can kind of see where we're going. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But it looks good. It's really good.
So we're gonna let it sit for 24 hours and then.
Yeah, so now we need to leave the aircon running to dehumidify. We'll put some fans in here and let the air circulate. And then hopefully in like 24-ish hours, we could put another coat on. We've got 4 buckets and that used up 1 and like this much. So we'll probably do 3 coats just because we have it. There's no reason not to. We have the space, the depth. So yeah, it looks good. Now we let it sit and dry.
Well, we are gearing up this morning to do the 3rd and last coat of cork insulation. Yesterday we did the 2nd coat, and our idea was to do the 1st coat with the white, the 2nd coat with the brown cork, so that it kind of creates a contrast so that we can see what's left to do. But we only had 1 bucket of the non-painted cork left, and it was just enough to do up to the bulkhead, like basically half of the boat. So so we did half with the non-painted cork, and then we did the other half of the second coat with the white normal cork. But the problem is it's very difficult because we're doing white on white. It's very difficult to see the parts that we've done versus the part that maybe we missed. So this morning, Dan went and graffitied all over the ceiling just so that we have an indication of where we need to spray so that we don't miss any section of the boat. So today is the final coat, and after that the boat is going to be nice and insulated. It's funny, you can already hear the difference because everything is just, there's no echo. It's very nice and boxed in, kind of like a music studio. It's really cool. All right, let's suit up.
Oh, I'm gonna be excited for the day we don't have to wear these suits anymore.
Oh yeah.
See, we got like this, spraying the interior,
And
painting the bottom.
Like cabinetry and stuff.
Well, no, that's what I mean, spraying the interior. It's all gonna be. Oh, like
Well,
when we spray
cabinetry,
exterior or
doors
whatever.
and doors
Might
and
wear a suit
stuff.
for that. Depends.
I know.
Depends what the wind is doing.
Spraying that.
Depends what the wind is doing. The wind's blowing it downwind.
Oh, but then we have to.
We're spraying
We
outside.
still have the keel work to do.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll still have to wear a suit.
So bottom paint.
So. This is not the last time
So
we're
today,
making a mess.
day or two of spraying the interior, and then putting bottom paint on.
Yeah. So maybe 3 times more.
I think we have 3 suits left. So.
All right.
This is the last bucket?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, you definitely have enough.
Miss anything?
You got the locker?
I think it looks pretty good. Which is good because we only have like this much left. Yeah.
Right on.
Okay, sticking out that.
No, but my hands are clean. My hands are clean. Oh my god. Oh.
Wardrobe malfunction. Well, it's a assless, crotchless Tyvek suit.
All right. Well, this looks really good.
Yeah.
Oh, last layer done. Now we can pull all the plastic down, unsticky. The problem is like it gets sticky, like, and so the more you step and the more like everything just like sticks to everything else. It's more like when I was kneeling down like this, spraying, and then I'd spray and then I'd stand up, and like it all comes with me. But that's why we haven't painted the inside yet. The camera lens is covered in that stuff too.
Your head is covered
I
in.
believe it. It's
Yeah.
definitely significantly cleaner than the first time we tried it though, because I think we got this process dialed in. Yeah, I think it worked out pretty good. The little spray paint technique worked great. I could see quite well. There's still like some darker spots, but that's because there's still like the brown layer underneath. But I think it's since we've done 3 layers, it's pretty thick. It's probably like 4 or 5 millimeters thick. Which is nice.
It's nice.
The inside of our boat now sounds like the inside of like a subwoofer. You know, like we line it with carpet.
Yeah.
We had just a tiny JBL playing music in here yesterday, and like the bass was just like. It was awesome. Hey, you got a suit, man. It is sticky. Yeah, that's kind of. Remember what happened last time? Made a fucking mess. Okay.
Nice.
All right, the last layer of cork is on, so we can pull all this plastic out now and clean up all this mess we made. We're gonna start in a V-berth and just like peel our way out, I think. Mm-hmm. Cool. It's much less messy this time because we didn't have that whole catastrophe of watering it down too much and having all that glue, like watery glue, soak down underneath all of the plastic. This time it should come out really easily. Make a bit of a mess, unfortunately. Kind of want to. Well, maybe I peel it out with myself. That way I can keep it clean.
That's a good idea.
That's how clean it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's perfect. Hope that works.
Very cool.
Which one? Oh.
That one. Like I have to.
Gee, I wonder who
dig
put
for
that
it.
one on.
I think I did actually.
I think you did. Well, the cork's looking really good on the ceiling. We definitely know we're putting panels on the ceiling, and these little snaps work really well. We actually affixed some to our lights so we can snap the lights to the ceiling for now. We're not 100% sure what we're going to be doing on the side and sort of underneath the side deck. Might put panels on it, but probably not, just because they stick out so far and they get in the way of our port lights. So we're probably going to end up doing it just like putting something, some fabric or vinyl or felt or something over top of it. Because we don't really want to leave it this raw cork because the texture is pretty pronounced and it would be a nightmare to clean. But the rest of it's pretty much done. We're going to leave the port lights masked off for now because the next thing we need to do in here before we install anything is paint everything. So we have a bunch of fairing to do and a bunch of sanding to do and a bunch of priming to do to bring everything up to super smooth. And they'll come in here with a spray gun and just spray everything before we start installing things. But yeah, that's worked out well. It was definitely cleaner and faster the second time around. So yeah, next week we're gonna get to painting, but until then, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. So cheers, see you next week. Says Uma.
Oh!